Good evening, race fans, and welcome live to Millbridge Speedway. First car onto the racetrack, going to be Carson Sherman, and he's going to turn a really good lap here, 9.517 seconds as we get underway for qualifying. Next up on the racetrack, going to be Axel Smith, Agrillo's Pickle Machine, out here on the track. First lap for Axel Smith, 9.415, puts him on the provisional pole so far. And he does increase that speed to a 9.247. Up next, Sean Hilgowitz. These drivers getting around the track really fast. Number 48, driver out of Long Island, New York, whipping the car around. Second on the board so far, 9.433. Oh, and he slams the outside barrier, trying to get a little too much coming out of that final corner. And that's going to leave him with the 9.433 on the racetrack. Next up here on the track, Everett Smith. Remember 2 weeks ago, Everett got involved in an incident not of his making and wasn't able to finish in the spot he wanted to. Looking to rebound here tonight at Millbridge. Currently second behind Axel Smith, 9.366. And finishing that lap time at a 9.337, second overall. Here comes Billy Snodgrass. Very fast in practice here tonight. First lap on the books, 9.374. Running the bottom line. Got a little bound up in turns 1 and 2. Coming down to complete lap number 2. And he does improve that time, 9.292. Still not enough to take the top spot over Axel Smith. Final driver here tonight on the racetrack, Chase Pierce. Chase likes him to get her wound up on the outside. First lap in the books for Chase. Going to put him third overall, 9.298. Running the middle to the bottom on the second one, coming across the line. Does he have enough to beat Axel Smith? He does not. Chase Pierce, 9.284. Chase Pierce going to go second overall, and that's going to give your provisional pole position to Axel Smith, the number 97, taking the quick time here today at Millbridge Speedway. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of your information we got here tonight. As we take a peek at what is going on the racetrack here, let's take a look at where we are. We're at Millbridge here tonight. Last week we were at Five Flags, see that back there. Millbridge here tonight, and then Charlotte here in 2 weeks for the ARCA Series. And then we're going to wind them down at Atlanta, October 19th, the championship race here live on the Precision Production Network. Here are the points coming into tonight's race. Billy Snodgrass on top with 35. 1 point behind him, Chase Pierce with 34. Axel Smith getting on a roll so far this season. At the end of it, it seems 26 points, about 8 points, 7 points back of the top front leaders here. Carson Sherman, 24 points. A.J. Nichols, 22. Everett Larson, 20. Sean Hilkowitz, 20. And Travis Kremborg, 19. This is coming into tonight's race with the drop week here at Millbridge. And for tonight's race analysis, we're going to go 65 laps here tonight. There are no incident limits. Yellows are on, no fast repairs, and we are running the fixed iRacing setup. So let's go ahead and get the starting grid here tonight for your action. Starting on the front row, the number 97 with a time of 9.247 is going to be Axel Smith. His outside. And the number 17 is going to be Chase L. Pierce. Row number 2 in position number 3, the number 99 of Billy Snodgrass, and his outside, the 07 of Everett Larson. Inside of row number 3, the number 48 of Sean Hilkowitz, and starting shotgun on the field here tonight, in the 6th position, the number 9 of Carson Sherman. And we are ready to go. Drivers now making their way to their cars here. Again, a beautiful track here, Millbridge Speedway out of Salisbury, North Carolina. Very short track, but very, very fun. A lot of drivers are going to be ripping the outside, ripping the inside. Practice here today. Saw a couple drivers going for a tumble as they gathered the wall, especially hitting it out of turn 4 and out of turn 2, flipping up into those signs. Had a couple of drivers making a tumble. But everyone got their car repaired, and we're back here for some live racing action. Waiting on race control now to switch the session, to confirm the session switch over here so we can get underway. And there we go. There's the confirmation. Lineup is good, and we are heading into the race session here tonight. Drivers now making their way to the track behind the iRacing pace truck. You see them loading in there on the front straightaway. Flagman is ready to go. A lot of fans here tonight at Millbridge Speedway. Let's check out the weather, see what the conditions are here today. Beautifully 77 degrees outside, 77 degrees on the racetrack as well. Clear, barely any winds, and a really relatively low humidity. Going to be a good factor here tonight. This track is going to take water well, and it's going to dry out pretty quick, though. Not a lot of humidity to hold the moisture into the racetrack, so we're going to see a lot of slipping and sliding around here. Remember, caution flags are on here tonight. And we're rolling. Drivers getting the last of the track packed in here. We're going to go a couple laps around here. Remember, this is for the championship at the end of the race here. 2 more races to go coming up at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Atlanta in the middle of October to see who's going to run the Legend car on Cup weekend. Here we go. Pace truck is off. Axel Smith and Chase Pierce leading him down to the green flag. Here we go. Green flag's out. We are underway. Axel Smith leading him into turn 1, turn 2, 3, 4. You see the tires lifting up off the ground that left side. You saw Everett Larson there, 3 wide on the outside. He's fallen back into line in the 5th spot. Still, it's going to be Axel Smith out front. Pierce and Snodgrass very close behind them. Axel Smith now turning the fastest lap of the session. Still not able to get away from Chase Pierce, as Billy Snodgrass is going to fly in there. Looking out the back of the pack here, Carson Sherman, Sean Hilkowitz forming a battle for that 5th spot. See some contact there with the outside wall. Now here comes the battle for the lead. Chase Pierce not letting Axel Smith get away. He's going to go down to the inside. Smith on the outside. And you can see the wear already starting on this dirt track. These drivers are going to be searching for grip all night. The lighter colored gray is going to show the dirt that is kind of wasted away. So you're going to be looking for that darker colored dirt as soon as we get some laps here on the racetrack. Here selecting to use that middle groove as Smith is going to send it down to the inside. Watching practice earlier, Axel Smith turned the most amount of practice laps here out of any driver in the official session earlier today. 157 laps turned around this track. Next closest was 98 laps. I believe that was from Billy Snodgrass. You see the top four there very close to each other, and then a little gap back to Sean. Talked to Sean earlier today. He said he pretty much enjoys the asphalt side of things. Doesn't really like to get too dirty here. So he's just out here trying to have a good time watching these drivers fly around here. Going on board now, we're on the roof. These are the wingless versions of the sprints, the micro sprints rather. On board with Chase Pierce, you can see Axel Smith up there. They're about ready to put a lap on Carson Sherman. Smith getting the outside wall. That's going to allow Pierce to duck down to the inside. Smith has to be careful. Hitting that outside wall too much going to slow him up. He's able to defend on the outside, but Chase Pierce now feeling pressure from Billy Snodgrass behind him. All three drivers within striking distance here with 47 to go. And Smith makes contact with the lap car of Carson Sherman. Looks like Sherman was trying to get off of the racetrack and pulled down in front of Smith. Smith then shot up into Chase Pierce, and that's going to move Pierce back into fourth. And everybody is still good to go. Looks like no wheel damage for any of these cars. Smith now trying to hold off Billy Snodgrass. Pierce behind them, moved his way back up into third. This race going by very quickly here. You see all four drivers still within 1 second of each other. This battle is not over. Riding on the right front now of Everett Larson. See him taking the low side to try to get around these drivers. He goes faster into the corners, but doesn't get that good of a run off. It's still working out for him, though. Now within 0.9 of a second of the lead, still within striking distance. Chase Pierce using that extreme outside of the racetrack. Battle still remains up front. Axel Smith has led every single lap so far, and now the caution flag is out. Caution is out. I believe that was mid-race race control thrown caution to gather everybody back up here. So checking out the laps led here today. Axel Smith, 33. Billy Snodgrass has led 1. I made the mistake earlier saying Smith has led all of them. He has not. Pace truck is off. You saw Carson Sherman go around. He's going to go ahead and get his lap back. And we're going to delay one more lap here to let Carson Sherman catch up to the back of the field. So that's going to put Sherman back on the lead lap here. All these cars are going to be back together here as we're going to come down to get 29 to go. Axel Smith, Billy Snodgrass, Chase Pierce, Everett Larson, your top four. As the green flag flies, we're live into turn number 2. Pierce trying everything he can to get around Snodgrass, but Billy, I think, has found a good line coming out of turn number 4. Let's see if he tries it again. Very late apex up on that berm, helping de-wedge that car, make it turn, and he's got something here. It looks like he's going to try to make the move on Axel Smith before too much longer. You see Pierce now running the extreme outside. He's got to do something. And he gets a huge run on the outside. He might be battling for the lead here out of turn 4. Oh, he hits the wall. It's going to slow him down just a little bit, but he's going to make the run again. Crossover move on Billy Snodgrass down to the inside. Chase Pierce going to take over second spot, still running that extreme outside lane. Let's see what that can do for him. That might be the move. He's going to get it around Axel Smith here. Smith trying to throw the slider. That's where the grip is, and he can keep it wound up there. Chase Pierce to the lead in turn 1. Smith still dedicated to that bottom. Now Smith is going to move up. He's going to have to move up to be able to compete there. Snodgrass tried to throw the block, throw the slider. Smith into the back of Snodgrass. Good move by Billy Snodgrass. Throwing that slider, he was able to get around Axel Smith. Everybody up to the outside wall now. Chase Pierce, your leader, coming down, 18 laps to go. Smith into the outside wall. Heavy contact. That's going to allow Everett Larson to get around. Smith trying to throw the block. Back down to the inside. The crossover move. Not going to happen. Move Larson into that third spot. Axel Smith now falling about a half a second off into fourth. Chase Pierce trying everything he can to take the win here tonight with 14 laps to go. Snodgrass not closing in. You can tell Chase Pierce has put some practice in these last couple of weeks, getting ready for tonight. Absolutely smooth on the wheel. Chase Pierce still turning dominant lap times. 0.2 of a second faster than Billy Snodgrass that last time around. 9.1 to a 9.3. Everett Larson, 9.2. He's faster than Billy Snodgrass. Larson, but he's too far back. He's not going to be able to catch Snodgrass unless there's a caution that comes out. Everett Larson, now the fastest car on the track that last time by. Not going to be enough time, though, to catch the leader. Chase Pierce still ripping the outside, ripping the cushion, trying to find everything he can. Inches from the outside wall. That right rear tire is screaming. Last time by, Snodgrass faster by 1/1000, so Pierce starting to fall off, but it's absolute perfect fall off time with about a 0.9 of a second advantage right now. 2 laps to go. This will be over in a blink of an eye. White flag is out. One more lap around Millbridge Speedway for Chase Pierce. Snodgrass still faster. Larson still faster than both, but it's not going to matter. Out of turn 4, your winner tonight going to be Chase Pierce. And the number 17, he takes the win here tonight at Millbridge Speedway. Billy Snodgrass going to finish in second. Everett Larson in third. Axel Smith, after leading the majority of the race to start, he's going to finish in the fourth spot. Carson Sherman in fifth, and Sean Helkowitz is going to finish in the sixth position. Congratulations to your winner here tonight. as he's going to make his way to victory lane here at Millbridge Speedway. And with that being said, Chase Pierce is going to celebrate on the front stretch here with his fans and his crew. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back. We're going to cover the finishing order and have an interview with your top 3 finishers here on the Precision Production Network. Don't go anywhere.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Millbridge Speedway, where Chase Pierce takes the victory here tonight. Watching live coverage on the Precision Production Network. Let's check out the results from tonight's racing action. After 65 laps, Chase Pierce is your winner. Billy Snodgrass finishes in second, Everett Larson in third, Axel Smith in fourth, Carson Sherman in fifth, and Sean Hilkowitz going to round out the field in the sixth position. This puts Chase Pierce and Billy Snodgrass into an even tighter battle as we head into the final 2 races of the Freight Racing Grade 8 Series in 2 weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway. All right, let's take a chance to talk to your winner here today. Let's bring up Chase Pierce. Chase, this is DJ up here in the booth. Brother, good win here tonight. Talk to us about it. Ripping that outside, that cushion was your friend, making your way to the front and passing Axel Smith for the lead. Yeah, speaking of that, in 2 weeks, we're going back to Charlotte Motor Speedway, going to get into some asphalt racing in the ARCA cars. Your thoughts on that car and Charlotte Motor Speedway, and how close you and Billy Snodgrass are now for the championship? That's right. Good makes good, man. And you never get any better unless you're practicing and racing against people that are better than yourself. And you and Billy definitely push each other to be better each week. You heard it here first, folks. He's been practicing. Watch out for Chase Pierce here in 2 weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Again, congratulations on the win, Chase. Anybody you'd like to thank here tonight? Well, we definitely appreciate it, Chase. And again, good luck to you here in the next two races coming up. We'll see you at Charlotte in 2 weeks. All right, that was your winner here tonight, Chase Pierce, talking about the close battle him and Billy Snodgrass are having in the championship points here with 2 races left. Let's go ahead and talk to Billy Snodgrass, who finished second here tonight. Hey, Billy, again, congratulations on a good run. I know it's not a win that you wanted here, but from listening to you talk and practice earlier, it seems like that a second place is pretty good for where you wanted to come out at.
I had the top lane figured out, and just really didn't think I could get to the outside of Axel there, and just gave the line to Chase, and he knew he was in third, and just took it and took the risk that I wasn't willing to take there. So looking forward to Charlotte ARCA cars, and I'm really good at saving my tires while going fast, and if there's no competition caution, I feel like I'll be really hard to beat there.
Yeah, and before we go any further, I want to apologize. We had a little Discord snafu where we couldn't hear Chase in his victory lane, and we only got half of what Billy said there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk to Chase again after we're done with Billy here. But Billy, you mentioned the competition caution there. Do you think that if we went straight through and you were able to save your tires a little bit and search around on the track, that this win might have gone a different way?
In this race especially, I feel like I would have been able to get around Axel there, because Chase was a little farther back, and I had figured out the outside lane there. Kind of the outside lane. It was working its way up there, but yeah, I feel like I could have had a better chance there to win. But I still had it in my pocket before that caution, and like I said, I just gave Chase the lane, and he was the one willing to take the risk to get to the outside of the 97 that I wasn't taking.
Yeah, now we're coming up here in a couple of weeks. Chase mentioned that he's been practicing the ARCA car at Charlotte, running with Sean a little bit, and he mentioned that you're going to put in some practice and you're going to be really good out there come 2 weeks now at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Talk to us about that. How do you feel heading into that track, knowing that you're only going to have 2 races left, and you guys basically locked into a single point advantage over each other in the championship?
I feel pretty confident that I can win that race. That and late model stocks are probably my two best on iRacing. I wish there was kind of a road course race in there, because I'm pretty good there too. But I feel pretty confident with that race, saving tires while going fast, or I guess if there's a competition cost, going really slow to save the tires, kind of like we did, or Chase did at 5 Flags. But I feel really confident going into that race.
Well, again, Billy, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, anybody you want to thank?
My dad, he helped me practice for this race, because these things are kind of hard to control. You get in a little too hard and you go sideways. So I want to thank him for helping me practice, and Swift Springs.
Awesome. Billy, always a pleasure talking with you. We'll see you again here in 2 weeks, just down the road here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Sir.
That was Billy Snodgrass finishing second place here tonight. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do a take two here on interviewing your winner. Now, Chase, we just talked to you, brother, but we had a little Discord snafu that prevented the great fans here watching tonight from hearing you speak. So let's run this back and tell me about the race here tonight. How was it? What was your plan going into it? And finally ripping the top to take the lead at the end.
You know, I've always liked Millbridge with the micros. Non-wings, not really my specialty. I run the wings a little more, but I ran a good bit of practice laps this week coming in, and I didn't know how good the top would be. Honestly, I knew that the bottom would be there, and I was hoping the top would come in eventually. I've always liked to run the top in about anything. If it works, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna try and make it work. And they're ripping the bottom, the middle, following Billy and Axel there at the beginning. I just couldn't quite find what they had. They were able to have a little bit of an advantage on me early in the race, and then after that halfway caution, I seen the top. It was building a little bit of a cushion up there, so kept riding that middle. After the competition caution, they started pulling me, and I think it was Everett behind me. He about got by me there, but finally I put it up on that top side, let her eat, and she stuck. I caught instantly within a lap or two, caught back up to Billy and Axel there, and pulled a crossover move on Billy, got to second, put it back way top side on Axel, and she stuck, and we was able to get the lead and just drive away there. It was happy to come out with the win tonight, and I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we came out with the points lead as well over Billy. I'd like to have a little bit more of a cushion going in these last two races, but we've made a lot of progress and good rebound since that DNF week 2 to come back and get the points lead with 2 weeks left. I think it's a good thing. We just got to go out the next 2 weeks with this consistency we've got and see if we can come out with a ride at the end of it.
That's right. Now, going back to what you said, we were watching on the show here, and as soon as you stuck it to the outside and it stuck, it was like a rocket ship, man. It went off, and you were able to get around everybody. I was surprised myself that Billy and Axel didn't move up at least a little bit, seeing how much of a cushion was starting to build up there, but you saw it, and you got it done. Talk to us about 2 weeks from now. I know we spoke earlier here, but want to know again, going into the ARCA race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I know you've been running some practice races with Sean. How comfortable do you feel going into there to keep your points lead heading into that final race?
ARCA at Charlotte, ever since that first week, the official series was there for when ARCA came out to own the sim, the new ARCA car. It was at Charlotte, and I ran either the first or second ever official race, and I ended up winning it, And then they're back there again this week. I've been running a lot. Sean's been in a race or two with me, and I love it. I love ARCA at Charlotte, home track, just like Millbridge is for me. I mean, 30, 45 minutes from my house. I'm looking forward to next week, but every week I go in thinking I'm going to be the fastest guy. I'm going to have that advantage, and then I get into practice and Billy's just as fast. So he continues to make me push myself even further every week. So.
Well, it's going to be an awesome time watching you and Billy go at each other down there at Charlotte. Billy mentioned in his interview that he absolutely loves Charlotte ARCA as well. So looking forward to see that championship battle play out there in 2 weeks. And before we let you go again for the second time, anybody you'd like to thank here tonight for your win?
Yes, my parents, Top Hat Comics, 6 Shifter Sim Racing, Cottle Chassis, Shell Bell Bonds, Don D. Stone, Army Navy Store, Bark Buddies, Velocita, Kepler Motorsports, Mark Hemer Performance, Cooper Reed. He gave me some tips tonight on how to get around the track, and everybody who's putting this whole deal on, Speed U, Freight Racing, you guys for the broadcast, Alex Coffey, everybody's putting this whole deal on.
Well, again, congratulations on the win here tonight, Chase. Always a pleasure talking with you, and we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that was Chase Pierce, your winner here tonight at Millbridge. And our final interview for tonight is going to be with the third place finisher, Everett Larson. Everett, hey man, congratulations on a podium finish here tonight. Talk to us about your race, how you planned it out, and how fun is it to run on dirt for you?
Running on dirt has to be my favorite thing to do on iRacing. And honestly, I kind of didn't expect the track to reset after qualifying and all that. So I kind of went in there without my plan after the track reset. So I just kind of put my foot to the floor on the first lap. I got in the wall, the 48, almost got into my door, but I overreacted a little bit and got in the wall. But then I get back up there into the top 3 and top 4, just battling with everyone. And I believe it was the 97 and the 9 almost wrecked right there. It was crazy. And then all of a sudden, off the restart, the 17 comes out here super fast, just off the top. I was on his outside and I felt some speed, but then he got back in front of me, hit me with a slider, and he took off. He just went around the outside. He got the wall passing the 97, and then he just never looked back. And yeah, it was just a pretty good race. I'm happy with third.
Yeah, definitely a good rebound for you after what happened 2 weeks ago on that incident in the modifieds, where basically you couldn't see anything and got jump scared by a wreck that happened in front of you. So always a good way to rebound here with a podium finish. What are your thoughts heading into the final 2 races here, especially in 2 weeks here as we head down the road to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the ARCA cars? Have you driven them before? Have you been running any practice races this week? I know that a couple of the guys we spoke to earlier have said they've been running some. What are your thoughts on that?
I love ARCA cars and I love Charlotte, so I'm hoping to be pretty fast there. And I'm in a ARCA league. Shout out High Limit Racing League. I don't remember exactly which one it is. It's something High Risk Racing League. Highline Sim Racing, that's what. So I can't remember. But yeah, I race with those guys. I've done a lot of different tracks with them. Really stiff competition. But yeah, I'm really hoping that'll help me at Charlotte and I can just be fast in the ARCA cars because I love them.
That seems to be the rounding statement here from everybody we talked to, that they love the ARCA cars, they love Charlotte Motor Speedway. So it's definitely going to be a good battle in the penultimate round here coming up in 2 weeks here on the Precision Performance Network. Everett, again, congratulations on your third place finish. Anybody you'd like to thank here tonight?
Yeah, thank you. I want to thank Corla Joy Food City, Quality Heat and Air, Kingsport Fitness, Han Doctor, FR8 Racing, and Speed U, and also iRacing. I also want to thank Zamp.
Well, congratulations again, Everett. Third place here tonight, racking up these top 5 finishes as we finish out the season, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
See ya. Thank you.
All right, that was Everett Larson there, coming home in the third place here tonight. Really got to give him a shout out. I love that paint scheme on his car. Looks really cool, especially against the backdrop of the dirt track here at Millbridge. So that's going to pretty much do it here tonight for us. Next 2 weeks from today, October 5th, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time, approximately, give or take a couple minutes, depending on the qualifying order. We're going to be at the Charlotte Motor Speedway with the ARCA cars right here live on the Precision Production Network. Don't want to miss that. Well, for everybody here tonight making it happen, myself and Alex Coffey down there in the race control hauler, it was a good show here. We appreciate everything. Want to give a special shout out to Freight Racing for the Great 8 Series sponsorship, and Speed U for all they do for these drivers out here to help them get an education while racing at the same time. 2 races away from the final championship round at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and we're going to crown the winner here of the Race for a Ride Championship and not the too distant future. Thanks again for watching. This has been a production of the Precision Production Network, live from Millbridge Speedway. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Hope you all have a fantastic evening, and go Bills.